Oh, this is a very unusual thing to say, but good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, holy moly. So, it's remarkable to be here in Placerville. Yeah, jeepers. Thanks for coming along. I'm going to play an hour and a half of Celtic doom and gloom and misery for me, self. And before that, I'm going to play some 13th century English dance music for you. All right? Yeah, that's what you came for, right? So this first number is imaginatively entitled The English Dance. Is David Greer come here tonight? Thank you very much. Well, jeepers, how are you all doing here on a Sunday afternoon in Placerville? You all right? I never thought as a 12-year-old practicing the guitar in my bedroom that one day I'd finally be able to say, "Good afternoon, Placerville." But it's cool to be here. I came here one time before in the darkest depths of winter, but it's cool to be back, you know. I was in Italy. I've just come from Italy. Flew to Washington, D.C., and picked up my family, and then drove to Seattle. Oh, thanks very much. Jeepers, your country is just, I mean, we pumped in the first destination, and the GPS said, after 637 miles, bear left. That's twice the length of my country, and that's only the first direction. Anyway. Has anybody seen me play before, apart from this lovely lady here? Anyone else? No? No, YouTube. Yeah? Well, jeepers. I've got about 9 hours worth of music under my fingers right now, memorized, so we could just lock the doors and stay here till midnight if you like. It's all good for me. It's just you and us. I thought I'd play a straight-through set this afternoon. If that's good for you, feel free to head for a quick swig at the bar anytime you like, you know. Has anyone heard of the name John Renbourn here in Placerville? One person. Yep. Two. Cool. Just to quickly explain who that guy is for most of the audience. You may have, there's a little kind of unknown guitar player from Nashville called Chet Atkins. Relatively unknown, I should say. The most prolific recording artist in the history of the instrument. Or Doc Watson, have you heard of that guy? Yeah. He's the grandfather of American traditional music and guitar playing, right? He's from Deep Gap, North Carolina. And our equivalent in the UK is John Renbourn. He's like the grandfather of the instrument I play. And, you know, as with a lot of music graduates, I went to a music conservatoire in London, studying orchestration and composition and a bit of guitar picking and everything. But when you graduate from college, I mean, you know, you wonder what on earth you're going to do next. They don't teach you that bit. And I happened to support John Renbourn at my local folk club. And I played some Elizabethan lute music and some Joe Pass-inspired numbers and some of my own pieces, and subsequently went on the road with him for 2 years. And he even brought me to the United States for the first time, which was pretty eye-opening. But I'm like a walking Renbourn jukebox right now, because I've recently completed a 2-hour double album featuring his music with reinterpretations and stuff. And probably the only person out there right now who can kind of play this stuff. So for those two people, if you've got any Renbourn requests, I might be able to pick them for you, because they will undoubtedly be their Placerville premieres. In the meantime, I'll play a piece that every guitar player in the 60s was trying to learn, specifically because of a guitar player called Davy Graham, who famously wrote Angie. There was a record being spun on the decks in the 1960s folk and blues scene in London called, the artist is Kenny Dorham. The album's called Whistle Stop, and the second cut on that vinyl is called Buffalo. And Davy Graham learned it from the record, John Renbourn learned it from Davy Graham, and I learnt it from John. So this is it. Are you all right? You still with me? As the crowd broke into a wild yawn. You're still here? All right, this is Buffalo. Well, thank you very much indeed. Well, I spend half my life, like professional life, I guess, playing the guitar for people, and the other half is spent writing music, for the most part for film. I sometimes play on films, so you might not have heard of me in person, but you've probably heard me in the cinema or something. Did anybody see the Bob Dylan film recently, A Complete Unknown? So I played the banjo parts on that film, the Pete Seeger parts. So that's kind of my other world, you know. And occasionally I might get a cue to write something for a section of a film. And there was one that came out in 2014 called In Between Us, which I don't think made it to the USA. It was the highest grossing film of 2014 in the UK, but it's set in the Australian outback. But, you know, if you can imagine a seemingly endless desert and you're surrounded by cacti, and it's that, you know, after 1,000 miles bare left kind of vibe, that's the cue for this film. So if you can picture that kind of vibe, where you've got, like, you know, 120 Fahrenheit, 98% humidity out there, like, you know, on the Gulf of Mexico, America, or whatever it's called these days. You know, it's a real pleasure to fly across the ocean of America for you today. That's the vibe anyway, kind of hot, steamy, endless bluesy landscape. I call this piece In the Deep. Thank you. All right. So this is a nice small gathering on a Sunday afternoon. Happy Father's Day to any fathers out there. And yeah, we're all in this together. So if there's anything you'd like to ask or anything, you know, we're just a nice little group for the next 6 hours. So please, feel free to ask anything. Guitar. Are there any guitar players here this afternoon? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah. Cool, man. Cool. Welcome. You got the David Greer thing going on there. Did you know that or not? You did? All right, cool. It's unmistakable for a straight edge picker. What a player. Wow. Maybe I'll pick a Randy Weston tune for you now. This is called Little Niles. Oh, thank you very much. Before I started, I didn't want to tell you it was 11 minutes long. I'll wait till the end. Yeah, that's it. Jeepers, I'm happy, you know. So a strange thing happened to me during lockdown, in a sense, and that is that I started singing at home. At home. And I've suffered for my art. And now it's your turn, right? I never thought I had time to learn this song, and had it not been for the lockdown situation, I probably still wouldn't know it, right? Don't worry about the phone thing, by the way. That's nothing. I played in Texas, and there was a lady clapping in the front row, and her teeth fell out. That was proper. She put them up and shoved them back in and everything, carried on clapping. It was brilliant. Yeah. The best one is the old Nokia mobile phone ringtone. Do you ever remember that? It goes like this. Yeah. It's really annoying, isn't it? Here we go. But do you know where it comes from? Do you know this piece? Yeah, Tarrega. He also wrote this. And then, there it is. All right. And why did the Finnish Nokia mobile phone ring company decide to use that riff? Because he's dead. He's dead, and there's no royalty worry. Yeah, that's it. I know, it just ended up just being, wasn't it? You know, jeepers. Oh, well, there you go. Anyway, so this song that I'm going to sing at you is by one of your people. His name is Jackson C. Frank, all right? He was kind of, well, he has a tragic early story. Well, his whole life was pretty tragic, to be honest. Has anybody ever heard of him? Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's it, yeah. Brace yourself, you're going to hear it in a minute. That's it, exactly it, yeah. So Jackson C. Frank had a horrific accident at school. As well as being disfigured, he also had